We're back with another episode.
Okay. All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. We are back at it again. We are back. We are back. Back. We are back. We are back. Back. You're not gonna join in? You're just gonna snap?
I was gonna see how long it took you to realize that I wasn't saying anything.
Okay, fine. Whatever. You don't have to be a part of this.
We are back.
No, it's too late now.
It's too late.
How was your week this past weekend? Or two weeks
My
off?
week this past weekend was great.
Awesome. What did you do?
I flew the coop for a couple days. Went up north.
Was it cold? Probably not.
It was supposed to be 40. I went to New York and I was freaking out because in Texas it was 80, 90 degrees. And Still is. In New York, they said it was going to be 40. And I was like, listen, I'm from the southern tip of this continent, basically, is what I would call it.
Okay.
And anything under 60 degrees, I'm frigid. But I went up there. It's beautiful. It was like 50, 60, 70 degrees. One day hit 80.
Isn't it supposed to be snowing in New York now?
Not yet.
Oh.
I think November is when it starts to snow, but it was warm, so it was great. Had some good food, celebrity sighting.
What did you see?
Some person you won't know, some white man.
Try me.
His Thomas Doherty. You don't know who that is?
No.
I could name about 6 things, and you'd be like, I haven't seen any of them.
Thomas Doherty. You know, let's look him up. Let's see what he looks like.
He's from the show Tell Me Lies. He's from The Descendants on Disney Channel. He's from the movie The Invitation. White man, blue eyes, Scottish accent.
I've never seen this man a day in my life.
Okay, well,
Never seen
famous Solomon, Brooklyn.
Wow, did you say hi?
No.
Oh, okay. Just checking. All right. Well,
I
that
love
sounds
your work.
interesting.
Yeah, no, it was great. How was your time away from me?
My time away from you was good as always. I got out a little bit. I went out with some friends.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, no, and the more I do that, the more I realize I really don't want to go out.
Yeah. Do you understand why I'm so miserable all the time? I don't want to go out either.
You're a liar.
It's not fun to be out.
It's not.
It's
but
exhausting.
You're always out.
Yeah, because I have to be.
Who says?
The people that are forcing me to go out.
You can't force me to go out. I just want to be invited.
You're just strong-willed, and I admire that about you.
I just finally went because I was like, you know what? And I went to a Spurs game.
Go Spurs, go.
The most boring game ever in my life.
Yeah, San Antonio's a boring city with a boring fan base.
The more I live here, the more I'm just like, San Antonio is boring.
Yeah. Keep San Antonio lame, I've been saying.
Yeah, it's super boring here. But, yeah, they blew a 20-point lead.
As we do.
I mean, I had fun with the people that I went with.
2 shots.
That's the most corny. I can't. Listen, the Spurs, here's the deal. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know. I'm not sure if y'all ever had it. I don't really know. And I'm not trying to talk bad about the Spurs, but at the same time.
Continue talking shit.
My ticket was $67. And I feel like I did not get $67 worth of entertainment. Y'all's little pep rally or pep squad sucked.
It's because they got rid of the silver dancers.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, where are the dancers?
Because we had to be more gender inclusive.
For what?
I have no idea. It would
This
be
is
like
basketball.
Yeah. I'm like waiting for the day where they try to get rid of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
Oh, they're going to run amok. Absolutely not.
That's what I'm thinking. But that's what they
protesting.
did. It was like we went from the Silver Spur dancers, right? Just like these hot women who were like also cheer coaches on the side.
Exactly.
To this like break dancing, pop locking crump crew.
They're like, it's like the dancers from Honey or like You Got Served.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if y'all don't sit y'all stupid
It's
asses
giving
down.
Who's the girl who's like hip hop is this?
Dina. Hi, my name's Dina.
Yes.
It's like
and I hate it.
Yeah, it was. The game was.
Did you see Chris Paul?
I did, and Chris Paul. Let me just say this, Chris Paul. I'm talking right to you, brother. You pissed me off. I don't understand how Chris Paul got 35 assists and only 3 points the entire game. This man was on the sideline thinking he was Pop, and I'm like, Pop know how to coach. You don't have to help him.
His next career move.
He legit was just passing the ball, and it was the first home game of the season, and I was like, I want my $67 back.
Yeah,
he's
got that State Farm money. He's not doing too much anymore.
No, and I'm just.
Everyone comes to retire in good old San Antonio.
Tony Parker was there though at the game. Ginobili was there at the game. But it was boring.
I'm telling you, these people come here and they never leave.
Yeah, it was boring. It was very lackluster. I was very disappointed. Like, I mean, I'm used to going to like Miami Heat games where they be pop that, Uncle Luke, but San Antonio. Oh my God, it was so boring. It was a bunch of drunk people. This one white guy, he just kept screaming out. And I'm like, dude, we're in section 208. Can't nobody hear you up here.
No.
Like, relax yourself.
See, and my problem is that I went and sat down on, like, not courtside, but just like 4 rows up from that.
Yeah.
Changed my whole life. So now I'm like, I can't go back unless I'm down there. I literally, it's a whole different world.
Well, see, I used to do that when I went to go see the San Antonio Stars, the WNBA team that is now the Las Vegas Aces.
Ripped out of our fingertips.
I was so pissed when they did that because I had just moved here too. But yeah, I used to sit, much closer because those tickets were, much cheaper. Mm-hmm. But and then they had like this high school band perform.
What high school was it?
I don't know. It sucked. They sucked. It was horrible. Like
they used to do this thing and it was called the Junior Silver Spurs Dancers, and so you signed up for this dance clinic for like a couple days over the weekend, and then you got to perform at the Spurs game that night. And so it was just like a bunch of little girls doing this stupid dance. Have I ever told you that story?
No.
And we're going out there, right, to dance.
Oh, you went out for this team?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going out on the court. I'm like about to walk out. I'm probably like in 3rd grade or something. I'm little.
Is there video evidence of this?
I don't know. But this girl throws up on me.
Ew.
On the entire back. Threw up on me. I swear to God, she had tuna or something and it read like Kool-Aid or Gatorade or something. So my white shirt was covered in red vomit and I still had to go out there and do my little jungle boogie dance.
I cannot.
Jungle boogie. So I hate that song.
I cannot. Yeah,
all that to say, the entertainment at the Spurs game is never anything. Except for when we get the little mariachi boy who sings the national anthem. That's some good shit.
Oh, I love him. He's
cool. Great.
But yeah, it was just very lackluster. And it just reminded me how much I don't like watching the NBA. Like, bring back the WNBA. They need to have longer games.
Spurs games are a beautiful representation of nothing is fun in the city unless you're from here or you're drunk.
Very true.
And people don't understand it. They come here and they're like, San Antonio sucks. I'm like, because everything here is only fun if you've been doing it for 30 years or if you're drunk.
And Alyssa can attest to that because Alyssa was born and raised here.
And I'm always drunk.
That's true. She's a 2-for-1 deal.
2-for-1. But I don't know. Yeah. A lot of people, I don't know, I guess, what else is there to do here? The Riverwalk? I heard the Riverwalk's fun if you're not from here. I don't know.
No, it's not. The Riverwalk is the most boring. Who wants to walk around a river? Just around the riverbed. Exactly. Nobody wants to do that shit. It's boring.
If my family rents a barge, they go caroling on the Riverwalk for Christmas. Do you want to come? I think that'd be good white exposure for you.
I think I have enough white exposure at work.
I think it would be really fun for you.
Can I? Okay, do I have to ride
stuck.
with y'all?
You're stuck on the barge.
Nah.
You get on, you're stuck. It's like an hour.
I can do that.
I think you can do an hour. There's snacks.
Okay,
I'll bring snacks and there'll be drinks you don't drink. But if you wanted to partake, you could have a sip.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah,
I'll let you know if we do it.
I'm saying yes now, but close to time I'm gonna be like,
I can guarantee to you.
I just want to be invited, y'all.
And now you are invited. That was an invite.
Yeah, I just want to know that you think enough of me to want me to come, but just to accept the fact that I'm not going to come.
It's downtown, so you're not going to pay for parking, so you're not going to want to come.
It's very true. I don't believe in paying for parking if y'all don't know that. If you want me to patronize your business, then you're going to have a parking lot. That's free.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. You know what? And this is the town for you because we really don't have that much pay for parking other than downtown.
Got enough.
But I remember when they were trying to put in a toll road here, and the city...
A toll road for fucking what? What?
Thank you.
What road?
Thank you. Exactly. And the whole city was like, I think the fuck not.
No, yeah, first, 1604 is 2 lanes. You can't even... What?
San Antonio is not... I don't know. They
don't even have an HOV lane here.
You know how they say it's like one of the biggest cities in Texas?
Yeah, because it's overcrowded.
Okay, but I'm like, it's not that big. They have to be counting like the metro, like the area, right? Like the surrounding cities like Schertz and Sybil.
You have to be because I've lived in Atlanta. I'm born and raised in Fort Lauderdale.
Like you lived in big cities for real. Yeah,
like for real. San Antonio is not a big city.
I don't think so either.
No.
It's only 460... What? It says San Antonio is 465 square miles in total area.
Lies.
The metropolitan area is twice the size of Chicago's and includes all those little cities.
They're cheating.
That's cheating.
That's not real.
Yeah. 7th largest city in the U.S., 2nd largest in Texas. There's not a fucking way. No. Bullshit. I don't believe it.
What's the biggest? Dallas?
It's got to be Houston, I bet you. Let's see. What's your money on?
Probably Dallas, I would say. If they encompass in all those little cities. Oh, gotta be Houston.
Houston is the largest city in the state of Texas.
Houston is. I can't do it.
City covers 600 square miles and is.
Houston is too black. I can't do it.
Houston is very black and Asian, which is fun.
Well, I guess a couple of times I've been there, I really haven't seen much of a big Asian population there.
I guess they're little pockets. The Asian food there is spectacular.
But you know what it is too? Because I'm from South Florida, I'm so used to melting pots of black people, not just straight African Americans.
Oh,
all the
it
time.
is African American.
So in South Florida, it's black, Caribbean,
and
African Americans. There's a plethora.
Houston is also a specific brand of white. I'm used to my San Antonio white, which is to me Mexican adjacent for the most part.
Not Mexican adjacent.
But Houston's a different kind of white. In Austin and Dallas, Texas is different whites depending on what area you go to.
Very true. Okay? Dallas, I heard, is very bougie, racist.
Dallas
whites,
is
allegedly.
if the 1% of every city in the state of Texas was we're done with this trash shit. We got to go make our own place. We're moving to Dallas.
Yeah,
that's what that is like. So, but Houston is a different spot. I don't know. Could I live there? No. Probably not. Do I enjoy visiting?
No.
Sometimes.
Their traffic is bad.
The traffic is just so awful.
And it you know what it is? Houston just reminds me of Atlanta.
Interesting. I've never been to Atlanta.
Really? Mm-hmm. You've never been to Atlanta?
I know. I think the Lord is keeping me out of there for a reason.
Wow.
I've never had the opportunity to go.
We should go to Atlanta.
Who's trying to fly me out?
You want to get flued out?
I want to get flued out.
Atlanta, there's a lot to do in Atlanta.
Is there a good zoo?
Yeah, they have the Atlanta Zoo there.
Okay. I love a zoo.
And they have Six Flags over Atlanta.
No.
And no, it's really fun. They moved it when Hurricane Andrew hit South Florida because it was all the tubes and everything were all on the highway on I-95. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, also too, what I did.
Where was that going?
We went into a whole tangent of the history of San Antonio and Texas. Anyway, I also voted. If you all do not know, we're gonna get into that a little later. I went to go early vote.
Civic duty.
You know, I was a little disappointed in my voting experience though. So I'm an early voter. I'm an avid early voter all the time. Local elections as well, not just presidential elections. And because of where I live, I go to the little small county that's up the street from my house. Mm-hmm. And it's a small little county courthouse. And typically there's these older ladies or whatever, older white ladies, 80s, 90s, whatever. They ain't got shit to do. And they're just so nice. They give you sugar cookies and wow. Little juice and whatnot. And they hand deliver the sticker saying, I voted to you. Mm-hmm. Well, this time I walk in, the sheriff is just sitting down he done had a hard day with Barney Fife and all them. And then I walk in and I'm like, well, ma'am, I vote and everything. Everybody was really nice. And then I walk in, I'm like, wait a minute, where's my sticker? And lady was like, oh, you can just grab one off the table. Where is the customer service?
I've always had them hand me a sticker.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
it's like
where
a
is the
diploma.
Experience?
It's an exchange of goods.
You have to make sure that the person puts their ballot in that little, scooper upper machine, and then you hand it to them so anybody can come by and just steal the stickers. What time did you go? I went probably about 4:30.
Oh, they had a hard day. Yeah. I heard the lines have been long.
That's a good thing though, because
it's not bad. It's just they've been working.
Yeah, because typically the lines are not very long at all during early voting because a lot of people just wait till the last minute. But I think people are learning that over the years, go ahead and just get it out of the way. So this week in Texas, if you don't know, this week in Texas, the polls are open until 7 p.m. Please check your local precincts to know specific times and specific early voting locations. All locations are not early voting, so please go online. Y'all can Google it. Y'all Google everything else. I think if you go to votetexas.org, I think that's or .gov is the website. I think it's votetexas.
Votetexas.gov.
If you go on www.votetexas.gov to find out your local precinct,
there's a lot of good questions and answers.
So the thing is, well, there's information on there too. I will tell you this: the voting experience was very easy, and it didn't take very long because there are no amendments on there. Mm-hmm. Well, I won't say that. I'll say that for San Antonio, there are no amendments in there for San Antonio. It was only just the presidential election, the House seat, the Senate seat, there's a couple of judges, some commissioners.
Oh, it's not that
sheriffs.
Long ass ballot?
No. That was in April. Clearly you didn't vote.
No. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like I've always had the long ass ballot.
Mm-mm. It just depends on what's up that particular year.
Huh. Oh, then I can go vote. I mean, I was going to vote, but I was gonna, do a little background research. But
that's good. You should.
Well, you just told me it was a shorter ballot, so I'm just gonna,
go and knock it out.
It's like a quiz, not a test.
The answer is not C. I'll tell you that much.
We're not voting for Harambe this year.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. But then the system at work was down, which I love when the system is down. I don't know about y'all, but I am grateful anytime our system crashes at my job, especially for a hospital. And I know it's not necessarily the safest thing, whatever. I'm not talking about being safe, but the system shuts down for a short time, not for a long time. And we couldn't get into anything. So like the computer system didn't work, the call bell system didn't work, the telephones weren't working. My job. Exactly. The Voceras weren't working, the Omnicell wasn't working. And so of course, what did my patient's wife do? Hey, can I get a Chuck's pad for my husband's bed? And I'm just like,
inconvenient times.
Ma'am, I know we just told y'all the system is down, meaning anything that's electronic that runs from the Wi-Fi is off. We can't use it, baby. So the system was down for almost like 3 hours, which was really nice.
Damn.
I mean, I was still seeing patients because I already chart reviewed like a dork. Anyway, but,
I hate when the system's down. I feel inept.
I love it.
Gotta go to a hard chart. When's the last time I read the hard chart?
We don't have hard charts at our hospital. If we do, I don't know where they at. I ain't never seen it. I ain't looking for it. But I know how to paper chart, though.
What's paper? Oh, like write it down?
Yeah.
I do like paper charting because I just bullshit it.
Patient alive at the section. The end. That's all you're going to say.
I came, I saw.
And I conquered. That is it. My student, her last day was this past Friday, so now I'm alone now. I have to carry my own walker.
Damn.
It's a transition when you lose a student, like I'm not. She ain't dead. Who? She ain't dead. Whoa. She just went back to her hometown. But it's like hard, readjusting to having somebody do your work and you trained them up. And then now they're gone. You're just like, you just gonna take my knowledge and just leave me like that? Mm-hmm. All right, well, fine, get out.
You left the money on the dresser.
Yeah, pretty much. What are you doing in the rehab corner this week?
Billionaires.
Okay, specifically,
and not for the reasons you'd think.
Okay,
I have a patient right now who, plus or minus a couple $100,000, is a billionaire. For all intents and purposes, we're gonna call him a billionaire.
He's just a wealthy guy.
Very wealthy. Mm-hmm. Very wealthy. Like,
don't be disrespectful.
Like murder you and no one would care or ask questions, know?
That's extreme.
Money. Jesus. Also like East Texas money.
Yeah.
That's a different breed out there.
East Texas? What's East Texas? El Paso?
The KKK. Longview. That's the whole state. That's like by Louisiana, going towards Louisiana.
Oh, okay. Like the casinos and all that.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
And so he's pretty out of it. Can't really talk. Probably anoxic. Massive heart attack while he was hunting. Lifted him to the hospital. 2 Impellas.
Damn.
I'm like, 2 Impellas? Get rid of the whole heart. But anyway, the family. Just rich people, dude. And like, I don't know. It's just a different breed of people.
I feel like in hospital settings, people love to have this ideology that there is a such thing as a VIP in a hospital. Mm-hmm. And I'm here to tell you it's not.
I'm getting paid the same measly amount, whether it's you or Joe Schmo. Yeah, the homeless guy 2 doors down, and you are getting the same fucking service over here.
Honestly, I'm probably going to treat the homeless guy better.
Yeah, because he appreciates it. Well,
exactly.
I hope so.
Yeah. And because he hasn't been taken care of. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like this idea that, this is so-and-so's friend. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm not treating you any different or any better than any other patient just because you exist in your own world. Because I don't know who you are. You can have a certain status. You can have a certain bank account. If you're not paying off my loans, I'm not getting you no extra ginger ale.
Also, like, I hate when doctors and just other admin are like, okay, well, you really need make sure you're doing everything and taking care. Bitch, don't you think I do that for everybody?
Why is that not the standard for everybody?
Job.
Exactly. Why is that not the standard for everybody?
I'm offended that you're even coming to me and saying that, because you should just know. You should look at me and be like, you look like someone who just does the best every time you're in there. That's what I want to fucking hear.
They know you full of shit. That's why they go to you like, this
They're
bitch
like,
is full of shit.
Hey, bitch, maybe cool it with the jokes this time. We don't need a type 5 in there right now. All right, just go in and throw them to the edge of the bed and fucking get out of there.
They got to give you a disclaimer. They already know you full of shit.
They're like, all right, so this really nice ethnic girl, this gal,
phenotypically black. She has a white mom.
She's got a white mom. You'll love her. Very sweet, exotic.
She passes the vibe.
Yeah, passes the vibe. She's grew up around white people. She'll be fine.
Oh,
they're like, give us the closest you can to white, but a little not white.
That's hilarious. Is that all you put in the rehab corner?
I'm thinking so. Give me a second and I'll tell you.
Well, I'll tell you one of mine that I'm putting in the rehab corner.
Let's go back and forth. You tell me something that's going in the rehab
one
corner.
thing that I'm putting in the rehab corner, I'm putting in the entire field of physical therapy into the rehab corner.
Every week.
Y'all, I need y'all to understand. I didn't go to school for this.
This is also a bleak time to work in fucking healthcare in any capacity, but especially our job.
The holiday times, though, make it... you get the worst diagnoses. Like, it tapers off
everyone
and
has
things
cancer
get slow.
right now.
Yes. Everybody's dying. Everybody has cancer. Everybody's depressed, suicidal. Like, their schizophrenia is acting up. Their bipolar disorder is acting up. And then it's just like from October until like January.
Yeah.
The healthcare system at large is depressing as fuck.
It's because everyone's benefits are about to renew. So they're like, oh, fuck. Like, let me get in and get the last of this insurance.
Exactly. My deductible's already met. So I want to get as much as I can. And so... today I walked into my patient's room, super nice guy, right? And the nurse was like, oh, he's just very, very sleepy, da-da-da. Not a problem, dude. I'm chill. It's Monday, whatever. Right. And after I did my subjective, my, interview questions, whatever, I'm like, all right, sir, we're about to get up to the edge of the bed. I'm gonna go ahead and move your covers off. Is that okay? Because, you have to have consent, right? Alyssa, I moved this man covers. Let me see this. I legit just pulled the covers off this man. I did like this. And what I saw, I put them fucking covers right back the fuck on. And I was like...
That's always fun.
This what the hell y'all about to do to me on a Monday? I just walk out of the room and I go and grab...
You got that
probably like
brownie batter special? 15
packs of wipes. Chuck's pads and everything. I didn't even bother getting the nurse because I was like, you ain't gonna do nothing but slow me down. I don't even want to be bothered. But when I pulled back the covers, it didn't smell like poop. It was iron.
Oh, even
so they had been giving this man iron infusion.
Vitamin smell.
Yes, and it just really metallic-y, and it was just straight black. Like, you know how like Venom comes out and he crawls on the man, whatever. That's literally how it looked. And he had on a diaper and it was just black. And I was just like...
My thing is always like, a little warning would have been fucking nice. You didn't know you were sitting in liquid shit. You didn't feel that right. You're like, ooh, I've been freezing in this hospital for 36 hours and now I'm so warm. I wonder why that is.
It had soaked through the covers and I was just
You don't feel wet shit running through your toes, your crevices. You don't feel every time you move just bloop, bloop, bloop. You've got to be fucking kidding me. You do feel that shit. You just don't want to say anything until I figure it out because now I'm obligated, you think, to fucking clean you up. And I am and I will because I'm a nice fucking person. But I'm upset.
And I said to him, I was like, Mr. Johnson, that's not his name. You didn't feel that? You didn't feel? He's like, no, I didn't
you never do. That's so convenient that you never feel.
And then he just kept rolling. And the thing is, he rolled so well because he can move perfectly fine. And every time he moved, it was like the splash would come. And I'm just like,
did you see?
I'm about to take my badge
that
off.
Video of SeaWorld San Antonio. The whale shits in the water and then splashes everybody with the water.
That's so gross.
That's how I feel every time that happens. And it's so hard to clean up water shit. In
I'm sorry we have to talk about shit, y'all.
I'm sorry.
This podcast.
This is my whole job, though.
Seriously. Unfortunately.
It is an art to clean up.
And then the nurse comes in, of course, once I'm finished. And
so y'all have radar for that shit.
I had asked her, I was like, can I have another slider sheet? Like the whole Chuck's padded slider sheet. She comes in at the very end, excuse me, and she says, oh, when you stand them, I'll go ahead and put the new sheet. Ma'am, I've done everything already. What is wrong with you? I was just like, this is not what I went to BT school for. Like, y'all.
Did I tell you there was a nurse the other day? Jessica and I were the hospital I was at for a couple weeks. The PTs and OTs don't co-treat. Y'all, my bread and butter is a co-eval. I need someone in that room who is also responsible for me and my actions.
Yeah.
It just makes the day go by smoother. You never know when you're going to need extra hands. Mm-hmm. It's not against the law.
No, it's not.
Okay? But they don't do that there, right? So Jessica and I finally had a patient together. Now, well, no, we even didn't. I went into a room and this lady was a brand new stroke and she's like, no one stood me the entire time I've been here. Ethnicity, black. Guess what I'm about to do?
It's a challenge.
But guess what I'm about to do? I'm like, you, me, we're getting up.
We're getting up, Gertrude.
And so I called Jess. I was like, I just need you in here because she got a bum leg and a bum arm and I just need someone to help me block her on that side. She's okay. So she gets in there. Of course, all the sheets are nasty. She's nasty. We're trying to get everything changed out. We stand her. I called them. When I tell you this lady's call light, I hit the button because I needed help and I needed supplies. And I think it was going off probably for 7 minutes. Nurse never came in. Finally called her. She comes in and she's like, "Oh, is everything okay?" I was like, "Yeah, if you could get us a new pad, we'll stand her if you can change everything out." Okay. So she's like, "Oh, okay. Yeah," changes it. And I'm telling her, "And while you're at it, can you get her a new Purewick, please? I'll need a new Purewick." She goes, "Yeah." She opens a drawer. She throws something at me on the bed. It lands on the bed, walks out. I looked up at her and I said, "Oh, that's actually a yonk." She slams the door. A yonker. She threw a fucking yonker at me.
This is a new tampon or something?
Yeah, I was like, she slammed the door as I was trying to tell her it wasn't a Purewick. I was so pissed.
I'm telling y'all,
everyone's fucking over it, dude.
October to January is the worst time to work in a hospital setting.
Here we are.
Yeah, that was my Monday. And then, well, speaking of last week, my student, and then there was an OT student that was there. I'm putting in the rehab corner also to weird patients. Now, this patient is not a weird person. He's very nice. He's just a frequent flyer. But, and he's a black man too. I'm like, dude, why you do that? But anyway, so apparently, allegedly, this man had been playing like porn sounds while my student and my coworker student was in there co-treating him. And it was just like moaning sounds. 2 little kids were in there. I was just
and like, you know what? You're messed up for that because you know those students aren't going to say anything.
Yes, and so I didn't realize they didn't say anything until like the very last day. No, why would I be in the room? I'm in the area.
I'm on the floor.
I'm standing right outside the door. I can't hear anything. I'm on Amazon allegedly. No, I'm not.
You're filling out paperwork.
I'm looking at, I'm grading and I'm delegating. So I'm not really focused on that.
Correct.
I'm focused on making sure that my student is.
How did you find out? She told you?
She told us. She was just like, yeah. She was like, if he pulls out this phone, because it had like moaning noises on there and stuff. And I was like, what? Why did you say anything? So it was quite weird. But to say the least.
Yeah, people are weird. People do weird stuff.
They really do. They really do. I'll tell you what's not weird though. Something really fun. Homecoming. Whoa. Let's get excited for homecoming, y'all.
Yeah.
Homecoming is officially in effect for most schools. I know Florida A&M University, aka FAMU, their homecoming is this weekend, and I'm bummed that I won't be there. But I really just want to go to the vendors just to get paraphernalia. But anyway,
did you see Saweetie dancing at the game?
I did. She went to San Diego something?
That sounds right.
Is that an HBCU?
It has a dance team.
They were black.
They look black.
I mean, I think black people live in San Diego. But I would assume. Sweetie's there.
It's a military city. Black people, they like the military.
Yeah. So do you typically go back to your alma mater for homecoming?
Absolutely not. I couldn't even tell you anything about homecoming at UT.
Have you been back since you graduated?
Yeah. Oh. But we go back for games all the time. But not homecoming is not a big thing.
Really? Do you have like concerts and stuff like that?
I think we do. And I think the black student organizations do a lot for homecoming. I was not invited nor involved.
Really? That's why I love the fact that I went to a HBCU. Like,
yeah,
Glorilla actually is going to be at FAMU's homecoming this year.
Wow.
There's always like a step show. There's always a comedy show, a big concert. And then, of course, the game is, the game.
We have, like, the rivalry games that are really big, but we don't have a homecoming.
Yeah, we do, too. Really? Y'all don't know anything? So PWIs don't really do much for homecoming?
I don't think so.
Y'all just drink and tailgate?
Yeah.
That's boring. Man, I'm glad I went to HBCU.
What do you do for homecoming at HBCU?
We have fun. So there's a whole week of events. But typically, like I said, you would buy tickets to the step show. There's a concert. There's sometimes there's like a battle of the bands as well, too. During that time, and like other high schools and stuff come up, and then there's a major concert that happens, comedy show, fashion show. Sometimes they have like a gospel choir concert or a gospel concert, stuff like that, and then they do the actual game, all the vendors and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a really big, like the whole week is events. And then like we have convocation, and typically most professors would be like, oh, okay, you have to attend convocation and tell me what the speaker talked about in order to get like extra credit and shit, or you got to sign in and all that kind of bullshit. Huh. And it becomes like a Black History program. That's literally
nice. No, Roundup's not the same.
Roundup?
Yeah, we would do Roundup spring semester, but that's like recruitment.
Gotcha.
So it's not like homecoming, but it's like there's big events and parties and concerts. But no homecoming.
That's cool.
I don't think. Yeah, surely I would remember that. No.
Yeah. I feel like black schools always have better homecomings than white schools.
Yeah.
I love that. It's a spice of life. I'll tell you what else is spice of life. We just gonna have to go ahead and get it over with. Okay, we're gonna have to talk. This is gonna be a very political podcast, but it's gonna be worth it because y'all are gonna be educated, and we're gonna have.
I cannot wait for November 5th, 7th. Yeah, 7th is a safe bet.
Probably the 12th.
Honestly, yeah. Let's just a safe December.
Yeah. Well,
by Thanksgiving, everything should have calmed down.
January. Definitely, for sure. Absolutely. So, y'all, we got to talk about it because we didn't talk about it very much on the previous episode. We probably did. I don't remember. Anyway, so as y'all know, we are in a very critical, crucial time in our world, in these United States, right? The political campaigns have been going. They've been dragging each other. We're over it, right? All of us are over it collectively.
Tired of the lies.
We're tired of the lies. My stomach hurts, Jannel. I'm ready to go home.
I'm going home.
And, I just feel like, it's so important to vote. I feel like, myself as a black person, not saying that you're not black because you are.
Thank you.
But you're a black white woman. Anyway.
We'll pin that, but that's okay.
Yeah, but, my ancestors literally fought and died for me to have the opportunity to vote. Black people really didn't get the right to vote until the 1960s, and that wasn't that long ago. And then they had to pay for it. And they had to pay for it. $2.
$2. What is that? What do you think the equivalent of that is now?
Probably I would venture to probably say maybe $200 now.
Okay, you can keep talking, but I need to figure that out.
Yeah. And I think it's... I think people are so far removed, especially black and brown people who say stuff like, well, I'm not going to vote and you ain't going to do nothing about it. And if I don't vote, what you going to do about it? Well, I'm not going to do anything about it, but it's going to affect you. And this idea that, you want things to happen for you and your community and you don't understand why certain things are happening to you and your community, but you're not doing what you need to do and doing your due diligence to vote. And I know that a lot of people always say stuff like, well, my vote don't count anyway, and da-da-da-da-da. And I get it. People say stuff like that, but that's not the truth. And if your vote really didn't count to this degree, I need y'all to understand that there are forces that are out there that literally, I think it was in Oregon and another, I can't remember the other state, they literally burned ballot boxes.
I did see that.
Like drop-off boxes. So if you didn't think that your vote really counted, the fact that they are trying to purposefully unregister people, the fact that, some of these corporations and companies and politicians are trying to, suppress voters by, changing one little small rule and not telling you, like, if your vote didn't really count, trust me, they wouldn't come after your ability to be able to do it. And I just think that it's very sad that people have this ideology like, I've never voted a day in my life. My student, for example, and she listens to this podcast, so she's gonna hear it, and I don't care. But I asked her, I was like, oh, are you going to vote in your home state? Because she's, is not from Texas. And so she was like, no, she was like, I'm not going to vote. She's like, I really haven't voted a day in my life. And I'm like, how old are you again? And she's like, oh, I'm 27. And I'm just like.
It's really easy to take for granted your voice when you have one.
Exactly.
And what am I trying to say?
No, that was.
That. And when it gets taken away, then you realize how important it is.
Yeah. You never wish it well till your water runs dry.
Also, to me personally, listen, I understand, to each their own. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck would you say out loud that you don't vote in this economy, in 2024, in this political climate? You can lie out your ass and just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to the polls tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck? I don't understand. I'm also I'm a queen of little white lies to get people to stop fucking talking to me.
Yeah.
Not saying it's right, but I'm also just like, you sound incredibly ignorant when you say you don't vote.
Mm-hmm. Or that you don't care to vote.
Or that you don't care to vote.
I'm not going to vote for the lesser of two evils. And the one thing that I really do hate, I was not listening, but I saw a clip of Dr. Umar Johnson, who, as we all know, he hates snow bunnies. Anyway, allegedly. And so he made a comment, a very ignorant comment. For him to claim he has all of this intelligence and degrees and blah, 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 blah. He made one of the most ignorant comments ever, saying, black people, we need to hold our vote until they do something. Hold our vote until they do something. So bitch, do you realize they trying to put our ass back in fucking slavery? And you think by withholding your vote that somehow will vindicate us? Like, what is wrong with your brain?
When you stop buying Chick-fil-A because you don't like what they say.
You can't give the government the silent treatment. That's not what this. You know what? This is literally what people are doing. Oh no, I'm not riled up. I thought about this in my head at the same time. Oh, okay. So that's why I stopped my thought. But people saying that they're not voting is you trying to give the government the silent treatment. Baby, they don't even know you fucking exist. True. You know what I mean? Like you trying
and
to
you still have to deal with the consequences.
You have to deal with the consequences of their action, of your non-action. That's like you trying to hold your breath for me to get mad at you to say, hey, I apologize so you can breathe. Bitch, you will die before I come and apologize to you.
Well, to me, it's like either way, whether or not you agree with the outcome or what happens or how the country is going, wouldn't you like to either say, I had a part in that, or I don't like this and I actively tried to do something against it?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
But you know what I do hate though? In this political climate, I hate the like unrealistic statistics, right? So like, early voting started in Texas on October 21st. And in a lot of states it started October 21st. But people are just like, CNN, MSNBC, all these, news outlets are just like, oh, Trump's leading in the poll. Kamala's leading in the poll. Baby.
Let it cook. Let it cook.
Baby, we just started. These numbers that you're talking about are irrelevant. Let's figure out who has all the electoral college votes. That's all we care about.
They're just doing it to scare people so they go out and vote.
Yeah, true, but I'm like, and then too, there's. I hate when candidates on both sides have all of these celebrities that come out at the very end of the finish line. Like Kamala had Kelly and Beyonce, and Lizzo.
That wig was.
Who? Beyonce? Oh, Beyonce's wigs are always amazing.
I know. That honey blonde, it gets me every
we're talking
time.
about voting. It's not about Beyonce.
I'm sorry.
Focus.
Sorry.
And then even Trump having, Limp Bizkit or whoever the fuck over there. Dr. Phil or bald-headed bitch ass. Anyway.
Yeah,
fuck you, Dr. Phil.
What a strange...
Oh, that man allegedly been a racist. You can't...
No. I'm saying what a strange... Like, if I'm trying to garner votes... I'm like, we got to put someone on the stage. Who's going to come out and everyone's going to be like, hell yeah, I'm with you. Fucking Dr. Phil.
Who the fuck? He ain't even no real doctor. Fuck him.
He's not even a real doctor. Allegedly. With my chest, I say.
No, we said allegedly. Anyway, you ain't going to put Rudy Giuliani us. Shit. Because he going through some shit right now. Anyway, as he deserved. But I just feel like people making these unrealistic statistics about, who's leading in the polls. I don't care who the fuck is leading in the polls. Let me tell you something. The Spurs just proved it. They had a 20-point lead on the Houston Rockets, okay? And the Houston Rockets came back and legit almost beat their ass.
It happens.
They were playing this 4-point game, 3-point game, 2-point game, and they finally won by 2 points by the skin of their motherfucking teeth. So I don't give a damn about how close this shit is. Who wins is the point.
Right.
But, and also, too, there's this unfortunate kind of conversation that happens with emotionally unintelligent people, or just not even emotionally intelligent, just intelligent people, just people with common sense. Like, we can have a difference of opinion as people who are in two different parties. And you're never going to change my mind. I'm never going to change your mind. But sometimes too, when you kind of have those uneasy conversations, you really realize that you both want the same thing at the same time. It's just a different route of, going about and getting
Correct.
it. But people just get so bogged down. And I mean, I'll see people in the comments, Trump 2024. What? Did you already cast your vote? Relax. Just wait for the numbers to come out.
I think it just became this, like, on the spectrum, the extremes on either end rallied behind their respective person. Yeah. And then the antithesis of that personality person caricature was the other side, and they've just like, that person represents everything they stand against, so they're just gonna ride that. These people going for this person are all the things I can't stand. This person's all the things I can't stand, and we're just rallying behind that and being annoying to each other. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's so childish. It's just like, some coworkers of mine, we are able to have political conversations, and they're on different sides of the aisle, which is perfectly fine with me. The one thing that I don't argue with people on is facts. We can joke all day about opinions and, this is that, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, facts are facts. That's stuff that can be repeated time and time and time again. That's why it's a fact.
Yeah.
And when people blatantly lie about certain things, like such as, some of the interviews that I've seen on social media with like Don Lemon, let's say, for example, and some black men saying, well, the economy was so much better under Trump. And I'm just like, I need for y'all to really understand how the economy really works. Like, let's take this example, right? George Bush inherited Bill Clinton's economy. Obama inherited George Bush's economy. Trump inherited Obama's economy, Biden inherited Trump's economy, right? And whoever wins this one will inherit Biden's economy. The sad part is that certain things are true and cannot be disputed. There was a whole global pandemic. So when Trump became president in what the hell?
You got it. You're right there.
Yeah. Wasn't 2020? Mm-hmm. Yeah. 2020.
Trump 2020.
That's true. That's right. And so when
2016.
No, 2016. Yeah.
2016.
Like, whoa,
he lost
in 2020.
And then me.
Yes. So when
I was like, why do I feel like we've been living in the same simulation for like 10 fucking years?
I'm over here trying to, and this is my economy. And we don't even fucking know. We do. But when Trump was handed this economy in 2016, it was a more stable economy than what George Bush delivered, right? And it was because the United States, invaded Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, blah, 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 all that. The Middle East, we'll just say that, right? Once things kind of got back on track, you had this whole thing called a global pandemic.
I remember it well.
Right? Like, it affected not just the United States. It affected every industry in every country, in every continent, on every continent, legit. Every continent was affected.
And it brought you this podcast.
Exactly. It really did. And so while there were ways that obviously the Trump administration should have handled it better, the fact is, I don't care if Obama was in office, you still would have had some of the residue of the pandemic affecting the economy. Also, too, people need to realize who actually signed laws into effect.
Who's got the real power?
You're talking about, my taxes are higher. That's not, Biden did not do a tax reform. That's a fact. That's not something that's an opinion. Trump did a tax reform for his buddies and his billionaire friends, allegedly, right? The alleged part is that he did it for his friends. The fact is that he did a tax reform, which now makes your taxes go up every other year until 2027. Biden hasn't touched it. That's a fact. And so when people dispute these types of things and saying, Trump gave us money. He didn't give you shit. Again, Schoolhouse Rock. I am a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. Y'all need to go back to that song because it's very clear that y'all don't understand how bills and laws are made. Congress, who holds the wallet of these United States, voted to give Americans money. And it was Democrat-led. And there were Republicans who had to come across the aisle to say, yes, we agree with you to get these votes and give the people the money. Now, Trump decides, I want to just hold a check, so I want to put my name on it. Here's the thing. When I was in college and Obama came in office and it was, coming off the recession, I got a stimulus check from Obama. Didn't have his name on it. I knew it came from Congress, obviously, but he signed the relief and these stimulus packages to go out. Mm-hmm. He bailed out the banks. He bailed out the airline industry.
I do remember the bailouts.
This is what I'm saying. That was what you think a stimulus check is? It's a bailout. The same thing with Biden. I got a check when Biden was in office. While Biden has been in office, and this idea that just because somebody gave you $1,000. If you're waiting for somebody to give you $1,000 and that's all they got to pay you is for your vote, you got bigger fish to fry, my friends.
Oof.
You got bigger fish. You've been waiting 4 years for $1,000. That's your only reason for voting for a person. You could care less about the fact that women's health care is literally, women's lives are at stake. They're trying to get rid of the Department of Education. They gave us the playbook of what they're about to do. These people have given us the playbook. You think these people are playing? We talk about all the time how Maya Angelou states or has said when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them the first time, but not just when they show you, when they tell you who they are. Mm-hmm. These people have put in place a whole manifesto of how they want to. And you know what's scary too? I don't know if y'all are Octavia Butler fans out there.
No, because.
Bitch.
Scary.
Yo.
Very scary.
Parable of a Sower. I'm praying to God that shit don't come true. Because she wrote this book in 1991. And you know where it starts? 2025.
Oh, 5, that's right.
And you know why it starts? Because a new presidential candidate who literally has the slogan, Make America Great Again, wins the election. That was Octavia Butler's book in the 1990s. Babe, I want her to not be prophetic. Please, Jesus, no. Please, Jesus,
well, what's
no.
more realistic, that she's prophetic or that someone from the Trump campaign had read that and was like, let's implement it?
I doubt somebody read that and put that in there.
I don't know.
Nah.
College educated.
Well, I mean, Melania stole, Michelle Obama's whole speech, so it could have happened.
That's some Farmer's Almanac shit.
FarmersOnly.com.
And just in case you were wondering, $2 in 1960 is equivalent to about $21 today.
Really?
Which is just annoying enough to not vote. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's like when you go to Amazon and you're like,
yes,
oh, $19.99, $5 shipping. Nah,
exactly.
I'm not gonna buy it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So. But people were making $2 a week.
I know. So I'm saying this is even now. If someone was like, oh fuck, I'm supposed to give someone money at work. I just
that was real, or that was a part of your scenario?
That was real.
Oh, okay.
Because I was just thinking like, man, $20 is annoying. I don't want to give that. But it's not. It won't break me.
Yeah,
but it's also more than I would like to give at this time.
Exactly.
For something intangible.
Right. Yeah.
I.e. my freedom. So.
Yeah, I just think people have to be, people, and then there I've heard this narrative and this conversation about, the separation between church and state, because some pastors and preachers are talking about, politics and things of that nature, specifically because Jamal Bryant, who is the senior pastor of New Birth Ministries in Atlanta, Georgia, he had Kamala Harris there. Can you please stop doing that?
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
Thank you. Oh, okay. I thought you were just playing with it just because you were bored. Hear. But I mean, if you can't hear, you still miss it.
We're good now.
Okay.
You scared it.
Sorry. So Kamala Harris came to New Birth on her birthday. And so people were like, this is why we should have separation of church and state. What happened to separation of church and state? Okay, I want y'all to know that separation of church and state is related to your government, just like freedom of speech is about your government. So that means that the government should not be using religion as a way to write laws into effect. That's the separation of church and state. Now, the separation that you're talking about in churches involves your 501c3 status, okay? That's what they're talking about. But the fact that I really want people to understand, Martin Luther the King and them, they had politicians come to churches. That's how they had meetings in order to get people to go out and vote and to protest and do whatnot.
Preacher?
He was a whole pastor, baby.
Pastor?
He was a whole pastor.
I'm just thinking, listen, and I don't know. I don't really give a no, that's not correct. It's not that I don't give a shit, but if I'm going to a church and listening someone preach to me every week, that means that I have some held vested interest in them and what they're saying. So to me, if they were to bring someone and were like, I would really like you to listen to this person, then I'd be like, okay, I'm interested in what this person, let me, you know what I mean? I don't know that I'd be like, unless it was like P. Diddy,
Don't bring Trump about church.
I'm sorry. Well, see, and that's, I'm thinking, but then why would you wouldn't be at a church where a pastor would bring Trump in, I would think.
You'd be surprised. I mean, I think some pastors though, they have good intentions where they're trying to allow.
Stay and listen to Donald Trump speak.
Absolutely not.
I think that would be so entertaining and interesting.
You're gonna be, first of all, Trump. He talks like an old Baptist pastor. All right, I'm almost finished. I'm wrapping up, and he just be up there for hours just talking. You like, did you even take a scripture? What are you talking about?
Insane, I know, but I would be like, I have to see this.
I would not. I can only tolerate Trump in clips. I can't.
Imagine giving one of your dementia patients a microphone.
Okay, speaking of microphone, please let me tell you this. I did not tell you this before off camera. I'm sorry. We have to deviate real quick. So,
pause. Pin at.
No. I mean, we can keep this in. So I saw a patient last week. I literally almost pissed my pants at work. I saw a patient last week, and this was on Friday, and this patient literally was like talking to himself, super confused out of his mind. Aww. Super sweet guy, super cute guy, right? So after myself and the OT, we finish, the man just starts having a full-fledged conversation with someone, and I don't know who he's having a conversation with. Okay. So we look in the room, and I'm like, yo, he's talking to himself. But before I said that, I tried to call the nurse on Vocera, and it didn't call her. I was like, fine. And I pressed the button, but I didn't hear it beep to say, okay, it closed it out. Well, she asked sometimes, do you want to leave a message? So this whole time I'm like, he not safe. He can't go home. Hell no. Oh no. The whole conversation, after I finished saying that, all of a sudden the Vocera says, message sent. Yo, I have no fucking clue who the hell this goddamn Vocera sent this message to. And then I remembered I called the nurse, but it ended up sending it to one of the police officers. I have no clue why. Anyway, so Anyway, longer story short, I hate Vocera. I'm going to tell you that happened, but yeah, it was insane. Anyway, but back to voting. I could not listen to Donald Trump. The only time I really the last time I actually digested what that man said was during the debate.
Okay.
That's it.
I think you were allowed to stay or leave or whatever, but I also think, I don't know, we're allowed to bring anyone we want on this podcast, right? Right. You're allowed, if you're the pastor of a church, you're allowed to bring anyone you want into that church. And people are allowed to stay or go.
And because everybody in your congregation is not Democrat. Everybody in your congregation is not Republican. And everybody in your congregation is not a Libertarian. So I think some pastors, when they do bring people of the opposite spectrum, like, because, Sunday is the most segregated, time of the week or whatever. And so if, you have come to an all black church and you have this one Republican politician, people are like, why you brought him up in here? Well, because you have some people in your congregation who are Republican. And I think it's great to hear. I always say this. I think it's amazing to hear both sides. You can't just absorb everything from Fox News and never listen to CNN. You can't just listen to CNN and not listen to MSNBC. You need to listen to all of them because all of them have differences of opinion. All of them, and the truth is going to be, found somewhere in the middle.
And don't you want to be able to stand and say, like, I'm backing this person because I like that they said this, this, and this, as opposed to what this person said, or maybe I like this person, but this other person did say this, which I really liked, but
Yeah, and because
don't y'all just want to know shit?
Be educated, as educated.
I'm
as
sorry.
You can.
Wouldn't you just like to be educated? That's what I meant to say.
Well, I mean, and two, there are sometimes where the opposite candidate then what you agree with, you can agree on certain topics. You may not necessarily agree with them as a whole person, but there are some things that they say that are true and that are facts.
There's no one I stand behind in any part, like,
hell no
path. 100%. I mean, Jesus Christ, the Lord God.
Did you say Jesus Christ?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I will stand behind that man. But other than that, there's no one that I don't even agree with myself 100% of the time.
Exactly.
All the time. So why am I I can't say with my whole chest, this person, that person, you're not going to. Yeah. And if you do, you're crazy. So all the people who are online that would, I hate the internet.
I do too. I just want this election to hurry up and be done.
I really do. Every time there's an election, this is the song we sing.
Because it's annoying. Because you know why? Back in the day, I remember when I voted for Obama and I was in college, and I was so excited to vote because I had already voted, prior to that point, but because I voted during the Bush election, and when Obama and McCain ran against each other, it was just a sense of like pure bliss and ignorance at the same time, because I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm actually understanding politics. I understand exactly what's going on. I understand what these two men stand for. Yeah. And honestly, I felt like McCain actually was a really great candidate. Like my vote could have went either way. Now for Mitt Romney, no, not at that time. The Mitt Romney now is not the same Mitt Romney that was back in 2012. That wasn't the same guy.
Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
He seems a lot more seasoned with common sense now because he crossed that out a lot of times, and I love that about him. But anyway, I just feel like there was a certain level of obviously immaturity that was there and naivety that was like, okay, politics is really not that bad, right? It's really not that. But then when you get this age and you see this shit from, you be like, oh, the access. It's the access to all this shit.
Yeah,
it's just right in your face, and you just like, this is the best we got.
Yeah,
this is the best we got.
I can fix it.
That's fine.
If I was a politician, unfortunately, I wouldn't be for very long because I'd be crossing that aisle all the time. I would just think it was fun. I'm like, oh yeah, they don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm with y'all. They're pissing me off this week. I'm with y'all.
Yeah, I would be like Gary Chambers though. Gary Chambers out of Louisiana. He burned a Confederate flag during one of his things. He's just unapologetic, and I hated that they did not put the Louisianians did not put this man in the Senate seat. That pissed me off so bad. Like it pissed me off that Chambers did not get in, just like Stacey Abrams. Like that. Like Gary Chambers is, oh my God, that man just speaks true. People who would be the best
will never get it.
True, I agree with you 100%. And Stacey Abrams, I'm like, where you at?
I know.
She's there, but if I were Stacey, I'd be like, fuck Georgia. I ain't never doing shit for none of y'all.
I'm giving everything.
Y'all, Stacey gave her life, and y'all just pissed in her face. Like, I still don't understand that. Anyway, speaking of pissing their life away, Rudy Giuliani. So remember there was a case. I don't
know where I thought you were going with that.
Oh,
speaking of piss.
Speaking of piss, remember he lied on them women, those 2 black women in Georgia, alleging that they stuffed ballots and illegally rigged the election and all that other kind of bullshit. And they sued him and successfully won $146 million lawsuit.
Yes, ladies.
And now he tried to declare bankruptcy. The judge blocked that shit. And now a judge has now ordered that all of his luxury items and his Manhattan condo has to be turned over to the mom and daughter duo. Good. And I love it. I love that you're losing. And he's still talking shit at the damn Trump rally. I'm like, you just don't get it. Shut the fuck up.
This is not 1990. You can't do shit to people and there be no repercussions. We have TikTok now, okay?
Listen, and once TikTok don't like you,
you're done.
You're done.
Where's Drake been?
Listen, just like that Dwayne Wade statue. What were you telling me about that shit?
Oh my Lord. I don't know if anyone else saw it. You had to have seen. How could you miss it? But you probably didn't know it was him. The Miami Heat released a commemorative statue of Dwayne Wade. It is supposed to be Dwayne Wade. It doesn't look a lick like Dwayne Wade. It looks like if Dwayne Wade... Did you ever watch...
Somebody said it looked like Lawrence Fishburne.
Did you ever watch Spy Kids?
No.
Okay.
But I know what Spy Kids is, though.
So there's this thing... This is very niche, but there's this thing in Spy Kids. And, okay, Floop was like the villain, but not really. But there was this thing where they have clay and they can make a monster face.
Okay.
And then that monster face, they can make you look like that. So they were going to turn their parents into monsters. Mm-hmm. It looks like someone took a monster clay face of Dwayne Wade and was like, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
It's not even the same face shape. There's no resemblance.
I think it was the same guy who made that Martin Luther King statue of him hugging Coretta Scott King, but it looked like somebody was eating somebody out. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on with statues these days?
They need to just stop. Stop doing the statues.
My thing is, at no point during the time of the statue being made was Dwayne Wade like, yeah, maybe we could, I don't know, make it look like me.
Where was a 3D printer?
Where was the panel of people who just took a step back and were like, this looks like him, it doesn't look like him?
Well, and he got up on the stage and did his speech and he was like, who's that guy?
Exactly. Embarrassing.
It's Lawrence Fishburne. It's not Dwayne Wade.
It does not look like him at all.
Definitely not.
So do you think that they'll change it?
I doubt it.
But they're just gonna leave it. It looks like it
looks a fucking hot mess.
Who is that?
You know who that looks like? Not Nipsey Hussle. What's his name? Shoot, Nipsey. He was a Tin Man on The Wiz with Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. That's literally what that looks like. Nipsey. What is his damn name? That's literally what that looks like.
Nipsey Hussle.
No.
Let's try.
What is his? Look at the character's name. Tin Man.
Nipsey Russell.
That's what I'm like.
Wait, is that why he's Nipsey Hussle?
I don't know, but that's really Nipsey Russell.
That's Nipsey Russell.
Yeah. But that's what he looks like. That's what that statue looks like the Tin Man, like Nipsey Russell's character, the Tin Man in The Wiz.
That is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Well, it's scary and I don't like it, and that's pretty embarrassing.
They definitely need to change that shit. That shit is ugly. And to the artist who did that, I can't even feel bad for you because you knew better.
Do you think they'll unveil a new one or they'll just like sneak it in and hope no one realizes?
Just change the head.
Yeah, really.
Just
surely
change the
that's
head.
Easy.
Yeah, it's like
I think if you just like
Rushmore.
gave him like buckle fat removal, kind of like restructured,
chisel the cheeks down.
A little jaw filler.
Yeah.
I think he would look more Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, it's not even. I would be pissed.
Would love to hear what Gabby has to say.
She ain't gonna say shit because she ain't got no filter. So you gotta be careful with what she say. I'll tell you who else doesn't have a filter: McDonald's. And this is all alleged for the protection of the podcast because they're a big tycoon. Anywho, so there's been some reports of E. coli and an E. coli breakout actually from McDonald's quarter pounders.
Oof.
When was the last time you had a quarter pounder?
Years. Well, here's the thing: my brother eats them a lot,
really?
so I take bites sometimes.
From your brother's
From
food?
because they just like when I see a McDonald's burger, I just want to bite.
I just like the smell of their
I don't
food.
want to hold. Yeah, I like smell it and I'm like, oh, or like I want a couple fries, I want a bite of a burger, and then I'm done. I'm tapped out.
Yeah.
But now that I know they have E. coli, I was talking to Sophia because she works at McDonald's. I was like, how often are you eating that shit? She was like, oh, bitch, like every day.
Really?
Yep.
Nah, I couldn't do it. I stopped eating McDonald's when I was in college. It's just, I don't know.
But I do have to get it if I'm at an airport. on a road trip. It's
See,
like
I'm a Chick-fil-A bitch.
I do love Chick-fil-A, but there's something if I smell McDonald's in an airport, it's over. Game over for you hoes. Yup.
Oh damn. Okay. You know who else is game over for? People out here that stole them goddamn PPP loans.
Y'all thought you weren't gonna get caught.
You motherfuckers.
It only took 3 years.
Listen, the government gonna get you. They gonna make sure they have a solid case against you. And they gonna let you roll around with your dough and with your money and all that kind of stuff. I've been seeing these videos of people being arrested 4 years later for PPP loan fraud. Also, too, that glitch that just happened a couple months ago with Chase Bank, where people were withdrawing money, tens of thousands of dollars, and they know they didn't have any bank account, and now Chase is coming back and suing them.
What are y'all thinking?
Don't play with these big companies' money.
The problem-solving, critical thinking in the population at large is
quite
concerning.
Quite low.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
There's no such thing as free money.
Sorry.
No, it's not. Because you do that.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, it's late, y'all. But no, there definitely is no such thing as free money. Absolutely not.
Also, did you know PPP stands for Paycheck Protection Program?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Businesses that didn't have money, so they protecting your paycheck.
No idea. I just thought it was PPP.
Ma'am, you could have Googled it.
I know. I just said a PPP loan.
Yeah.
Loan.
Well, people just lying, talking about, I got a business, I got this.
People paying people. That's what the loan is supposed to be for. You know, or holding the money
yourself.
You're down
with PPP? Yeah, you going to jail, bitch.
Damn. Can you imagine the PPP loan
4 years?
Cell at jail in a prison?
You living your life and you just like, Lord, forgive me for doing that. But thank you, Lord, that you didn't let me get caught. Ding dong, bitch.
Damn.
Like, wow.
What a way to go.
Man, that's
something about the government. They're always going to collect.
Always going to collect, baby. Just don't do it. Just don't.
It's not worth it.
It's not. Because, baby, you ain't going to win with them. You're not going to win. How you going to win when you ain't right within? Anyway, Megan Thee Stallion just dropped a new project.
Okay, what's in the water and what is she drinking? What is she doing?
Megan Thee Stallion is just beautiful.
God, it's just like gets better and better and better.
I'm like, how you already like tall and thick and then you like skinny thick at the same time?
Slim
like,
thick with her cute ass.
Like, what the hell, man?
I don't know if she's like killing babies and drinking their blood, if she's doing placenta face masks.
Let's not.
Semen face masks.
Vampire
facials. If she's like just drinking CoQ10. I don't know.
You know what it is? Peace.
Maybe.
Peace will make you look wonderful.
Yeah. Is Tory Lanez still in jail?
Fuck that bitch.
Amen.
We know who ain't got no peace with his old raggedy ass, bald head ass hairline.
I don't. Okay, because I just saw something that was like he's either suing his lawyer or something because she was affiliated with Rock Nation. Did you see that?
No.
And that's why I was like, is he still in jail?
Sir, you committed a crime. Okay, like, what else you want? Turn him loose. What else you want? You committed a crime. Let it go.
He files complaint against ex-attorney for...
I demand a what? What he say? I demand what?
I demand a refund because she was in business with Rock Nation, and I guess
that commissary money getting low
from Rock Nation.
Was he signed to Rock Nation too?
I don't think so.
You want to bring that shit up now? You ain't do no Google research before that happened.
No, I guess he's like, well, you were in cahoots with Meg, and
oh my god,
wow, oh my god, wait, hold on, it gets even better. He cites Hulu's hit series Reasonable Doubt as the source of her conflict of interest. He says she served as one of the principal producers on the show, which is loosely based on her life as a celebrity attorney. What?
Somebody want attention.
And then Megan and Beyonce's song Savage Remix was featured in season 2 of the show. Y'all, you are this is like when was it the husband whose wife died at Disney World, or someone's spouse died at Disney World, and they said because they were signed up for Disney Plus and they signed that like the
they can't sue Disney.
That they can't. That's what this is. This is a reach.
Somebody, it just sounded like his commissary getting low.
He's like, my name's out of the media. I need to get back in.
Yeah. Because Megan just dropped a whole new project.
And it looks
amazing. Have you listened to it?
Yes.
Let me tell you something. Between Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla, and Big X, god damn.
Big X the plug.
Yo.
I love that guy.
Here's the thing. I know I just talked shit about Houston. Or not necessarily shit. It was just my truth.
You know what?
It was just my truth that I don't want to live in Houston. And that's why I don't.
Yeah, not everybody can.
Yeah.
Or will or wants to.
You know, they're expensive.
Houston's for special people.
Listen, I stay in my tax bracket. But
San Antonio, man.
I will tell you this. Houston rappers
Something in the water there for sure.
They just, man, it's just the cadence, the rhythm, the swag, just the delivery. They all rap the same, but like you could tell it's a Houston rapper. I just love it. I freaking love them.
I do love Big X the Plug.
Yeah, Big X the Plug. His whole album, no skips. Glorilla, no skips. Megan Thee Stallion, no skips. Just saying.
Is Glorilla from Houston?
No, hell no. She's from Memphis.
Because she's got that accent.
Music.
That's really funny.
Got a bird for spurt.
He was like, what? Beautiful spurt.
She got a beautiful spurt. That man was just blushing. That was so funny. Anyway, anything else? Anything you're watching? Anything else we talk about before we get into what we're watching?
I just watched this movie on Max called Caddo Lake. It's about a lake that really exists. It's in East Texas. Like by Shreveport.
Like C-A-T-O? Caddo?
C-A-D-D-O.
D-D-O.
And it's like a mystery horror thriller. It's not scary at all, so I don't know why they call it a horror. Horror? Jesus.
Horror.
Okay. But it's like, I don't know. I went in with no context, but just like very baseline. There's on this lake, they get a drought, and when the water goes down, you can kind of walk because the land is dry. And there's these areas where you like time jump. So it's like multiple timeline situations. And then there's like people that are missing, questionably murdered. So it's a mystery. It had me the whole time. I was like, what? Started piecing shit together. Got me in the end. I know I didn't just sell that, but...
Yeah, you didn't. It didn't make me want, wow, let's go to watch it. If you are just looking for something to watch, if you like Dylan O'Brien... If you need a good movie to go to sleep to.
Yeah. No, you're not going to fall asleep because you're going to be like, wait a second, how did that end up there? But that person's there. But what about that? But didn't they say that earlier? If you're trying to think a little bit and feel very smart, watch that movie.
Cool beans.
What else have I watched? I think that's it.
I've been watching the same two shows.
Grey's Anatomy
and Equalizer.
I've just been watching spooky stuff, like getting ready for a spooky time.
Do you like scary movies?
I don't like scary. I like spooky.
What's the difference between scary and spooky?
Spooky is a vibe, like an overall feeling of like dark, but not jump scare. Yeah. I have a very sensitive nervous system. I don't want to feel overstimulated. Gotcha. But I do like the overall vibe of Halloween.
I like it too. I think it's fun. I probably won't be giving out candy to the kiddies because it's out of my budget this month. But
dude, candy is expensive.
Candy's expensive. It's very expensive.
I don't know who got together and decided the prices on this shit.
Yeah,
but candy's fucking expensive.
I remember when I first bought my house, I was kind of nervous because I didn't know how the kids were in this neighborhood. Because I know in South Florida, if you turn your front porch light off and you don't get candy, you don't get egged. And so I was like, shit, I don't want to get egged. And I woke up, I was like, oh, nobody egged my house. This is amazing. You know, not that I lived in the hood or anything. It's just South Florida. They'll just egg the shit out of anything. I can tell you who don't give a fuck about the price of eggs. South Floridians. They'll egg your shit for real.
Yeah. But I bought candy. Well, and I always do. So every year I've been trying to get better about have you heard of like the Teal Pumpkin Project?
Yeah.
Okay. So I try to get better about that. So this year I bought all the Teal Pumpkin Project is for children who are maybe like
allergic to a lot of stuff.
Maybe like not neurotypical, just like can't have the candy, don't want the candy, limited diet. Okay. So you buy, I don't know, like stickers, tattoos, bubble guns, things like that to have that available to these kids. And I was like, I'm going to do that this year. Let me get ahead of it. So I bought shit and then I forgot about candy until this week. And I was like, shit, the candy. Because ideally, if you bought like a bag or two of candy every week in October, you just slowly build up your candy stash.
Oh, that's not in my budget. A
couple bags of candy?
Couple bags? Them bags be like $11.
Oh, not like the big bag. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that too. It's like $11 to $19 for a jumbo-sized bag of candy.
And buying that for other people's kids?
No. I know. I don't even know these kids. You're right.
These kids, they ain't giving me nothing in return. They ain't sharing their candy with me. Hey, you got a king size Snicker?
It's really for me. I'm just hoping I'll have a bunch left over.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't know where the fuck that was going.
I don't either. I don't know.
Candy's expensive.
Candy's
Halloween.
Very expensive. Are you dressing up for Halloween? What are you gonna be?
Nothing. I have good intentions every year. It just never happens. I love seeing all the costumes on the internet. People are doing great jobs. Love that for you. I don't have it in me this year. I'm tired. Also, I went out this weekend and I was like, why the fuck is everybody dressed up? Completely forgot Halloween was on Thursday.
Oh, this week. Yeah, that's right.
Literally.
Shit, today's the 28th.
People are in costume. Damn. I was like, aren't we early? People are really doing it big this year.
Yeah. I love Lizzo's costume. She already put one of her costumes
Ozempic?
out. Yeah. Lizzo, whatever. From South Park when they said,
I love that.
Lizzo.
I love that.
That's right. Make fun of them back.
Amen.
Anyway, anything else we need to talk about before we get out of here? Y'all, please go out and vote. Seriously. Like, for real. For real. If y'all don't hear nothing else I say, please go out and vote. And contrary to popular belief, I'm going to just say this, and this is just my personal opinion. Contrary to popular belief, it does matter who you vote for. It does. Because if who you vote for is at the detriment of me, we can't be friends. And I know there's a lot of people who say, well, we can be friends and vote differently. We can't. Not for me, okay? And it's not an immaturity thing. But again, when you have candidates who are blatantly being disrespectful, racist, fascist, baby, it matters who you vote for. It really does. In my life, if you want to be in my life, now if you don't care about me that much, that's cool. You ain't got to be in my life. But
so would you rather someone not vote or vote for the person you're not voting for?
I would rather, well, it depends on if they're black or white. If they're black, I would rather for you to exercise your right to vote.
What if they voted for Trump?
That's perfectly fine. You won't be in my life.
But you're just happy that they're voting?
Absolutely. Exercise your right. Exercise your right.
I'm getting mixed signals over here.
No. That's a very clear, concise, and concrete.
Okay, what if they're white?
That's fine. You can vote for who you want to vote for. You just won't be in my face. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, to you, is it better to not vote or to vote for the person you're not voting for?
I mean, for the white people, I don't really care. Because nobody had to die for them to be able to vote.
True.
You know, so it's not the same. But if you're white, vote for who you want to vote for. But white women, I'm speaking directly to you. Who you vote for, if it's at the detriment of me, baby, we can't be friends.
I think if you're black, you should get paid $20 to vote.
Depends on who you vote for. See, I just turned it back around. No, but seriously, everybody go out there and exercise your right to vote. Because here's the thing. People who've made mistakes in their life and who are now felons and have had their right taken away from them. They have paid their debt to society, but they no longer have the ability to vote. They would kill to be in your shoes, to be able to cast their vote. So please know and understand, just like Alyssa said, you don't miss your water till your well run dry. It's real easy to play around with your voice and with your choices when you think it won't directly affect you. But when that shit really starts to affect you, you're gonna wish you had made different decisions. So, you can stand in line for everything else, concert tickets, Jordans, all kind of bullshit. The Chick-fil-A line, the In-N-Out Burger line. Go to early voting. They open from 7 A to 7 P. Y'all, seriously, exercise your right to vote. I don't want to hear no fuck ass excuses. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and get out there and vote. There was literally
a time where people would do anything just to be able to have a chance to vote.
Seriously, people lost their lives.
Take literacy tests they could not fucking pass because they made them so hard. They had to pay money they did not have just to cast a vote, a ballot that you can now do for free with just an ID.
Yep.
Just do it. Just go vote. Just do a quick
It literally
little
takes you
search.
less than 10 minutes.
You want the sticker. I know you want to post it on social media. People are going to ask you about it.
It's cool to post a sticker. That's all I'm saying. The only way you can get it, you can't buy it on Amazon because it changes every, election term.
I always get the sticker and never post it just to piss people off. You don't even know if I voted. Me and the Lord know that I voted.
Man, we have a social responsibility.
I do vote.
No, I know.
I just there's something, come close. There's something about that voting sticker and it just pisses me off.
It's an elite status.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. And I'm like, you are not superior because you fucking went and voted and you should have voted. It's when you get a pat on the back for doing your fucking job.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for me. And I know that, I don't know. Yeah, this is how we get people to vote. You give them the fucking sticker. Everybody loves stickers. It's showing people that you contributed. Everybody loves it, and I get it. But there's something about the way that people on social media post about their voting sticker, and I'm like, you're an awful, horrible person, and I know you just did this to be like, oh, I got my fucking voting sticker, and it pisses me off.
I think she's talking about me because I definitely made a video.
It's not you because I know that you're interested in politics and you're well-read and you know who you're voting for, and you didn't just get it to fucking post it.
No.
But I know. These people out there just posting and
if that's their reason for doing
it, I'm
okay with that.
I know.
As long as they exercise their right.
To vote for who you're voting for.
Exactly. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for, but I'm telling you who not to vote for.
It's a personal thing, and it's not everyone because I have a lot of very close personal friends who post their voting sticker, and I know that they are smart and, you know, just contributing members of society who needed to get out and vote. And I think it's really cute. Yeah. Like if you're posting you and someone else, it's just, there's sometimes when people post it, I'm like, this is annoying.
It's just like when people post themselves crying. It's like, just stop.
Yeah, like just you're so sad that you decided to make a montage of all the times you were crying, and then put music to it and post it on fucking TikTok.
And then you edited it, and then you replayed it just to make sure.
I'm so glad you bring that up. Oh my God.
We were almost out of here.
I will never understand the people who post the crying videos.
They're annoying. They're fucking annoying.
Why? And I could understand. I mean, no, I can't understand. There has never been a time in my life where I've been crying. I'm like, you know what I need to do? Fucking document this. And not even bad enough to document it multiple fucking times.
And then post it to multiple sites.
And post it to multiple sites to montage it, to be like, I didn't want to post this, but I wanted to get... Shut the fuck up. You did want to post it. And now we're all giving you props on how strong you are and how far you've come, and that was your goal, and if you needed that, okay. But I just think it's so weird and strange because, I don't know, in moments like that, the last thing on my mind is let me fucking...
Well, it's also to the people who are claiming that they're so depressed they can't get out of bed, but they have a GoPro at their ceiling, like documenting them with the chips in the bed, and then they haven't showered in days. And I'm like, but you got your ass up on a ladder or a chair and put that GoPro up there.
Let me tell you how depression works. You don't do shit.
You don't even wash your ass, but you can put up a goddamn video and time lapse it.
I still taste a popcorn kernel from a couple days ago in my teeth. I can't floss. I just can't do it.
Yeah, and I'm like, people out here literally are struggling with depression, and you playing around with this shit
for their life. I think it's that for me. I'm just like, why? It is a different brain that every time you cry, you want to take a picture because you know one day you're going to want to look back on all this.
Because social media has validated people and they need to feel validated. Because, you know, social media is not a real thing. I was watching this interview with Mariah the Scientist and Young Miami, and they were talking about, I guess, when she was... played Big Meech's wife or something like that, and she was like, where's my husband, and how the internet was kind of picking on her or whatever. And I guess Mariah the Scientist had posted something on Twitter, and it just kind of went crazy and stuff. And Carisha was talking about, she was like, the internet is not a real place. No. It's not real people, so you can't feed into it. But people feed into that shit, and they think that, everything I post is definitely applicable to me or whatever, and they want the validation because they do shit for likes.
You can curate your entire life on the internet. You can be anyone you want to be. You can show the sides of you want to, but the internet's not real. When you're when you have a flat tire, you can't call the internet. When you're like, you need help with something, you can't just call the internet and the internet comes over.
No,
they're not real.
It's not a real place.
They also only see parts of you that you want to show. Nothing is real.
That's why they have filters. You don't even show your real skin.
No, why?
So why would we believe anything about you for real? You really think that we don't know that your husband see that there's a whole fucking camera right there? Oh, he surprised me with flowers. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You got a whole ring light that's set up. Shut up. God damn it. I fucking hate that bullshit. It's so annoying.
That too. And I'm like, I know. Okay, it's like the videos that's set up when it's like, surprised him walking in. I'm like, you didn't, because someone had to get the camera set up or the phone set up.
Or the person's like, yo, I'm about to surprise him. Shh, be quiet. Yeah. Bitch, we not even there.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, I hate people.
There's just a little social media rant for you.
Yeah, social media is not a real place. Stop feeding into it. Just remember, stop arguing with people in the comments. Those are bots. That's AI. They're just testing out new software. Just don't argue with people in the comments.
But go vote and tag us in your voting sticker pics.
Please do, yeah.
I'd love to see them. I'd love to see them. I won't talk shit about you, I promise.
I mean, we won't respond, but typically.
But it's nice to see.
Yeah, so go out and vote. Please show us, definitely share with us your voting. Again, no matter who you're voting for, but it matters to me. But no matter who you're voting for, exercise your right to vote, okay? Because I vote for who I want to. You should be able to vote who you want to. But you ain't gonna be able to vote for who you want to and still be in my life. That's all I'm saying.
It's fair.
It's fair. And vice versa. You can say the same thing to me, and I'm cool with that too. Because a lot of y'all don't like anyway. I'm kidding. I just want to be invited. I don't want to go. Just know that and remember that. All right, y'all. Anything else to talk about before we get out of here? That would be a no. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Y'all have an amazing week on purpose. Y'all remember to spread love.
Spread light.
And don't forget to laugh your face off. Get out. Okay, put that kind of serious in my house.
Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. Be sure to tune in to The Face Off every Tuesday where new episodes are released.